What's up, everybody? It's Justin with the Manga Roundup, and today the manga we're going to go over is Dr. Stone. We're going to start with chapter 1. So if you guys do like manga and you like to hear about the summaries of them, you came to the right place because we go chapter by chapter discussing mangas. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and let's get into today's video. So on the first page, we get an image of Earth in the image of people that are turned to stone, with it reading, on that day, every human on Earth turned to stone. We then get Taiju shouting out that he is finally going to confess his love to Yuzuriha after about 5 years of waiting to do so. Senku then says sarcastically that he is going to be cheering for him so hard that his vocal cords snap. Senku then tells Taiju that taking 5 years to tell someone is the epitome of absurdity. Senku then tries giving Taiju a love potion to increase the pheromone production. Taiju does not accept this love potion though and rushes to the camphora tree where he said he will confess to Yuzuriha. We cut back to some science guys asking Senku if that was actually a love potion he was going to give to Taiju. Senku replies, "Nope, it was just ordinary gasoline," and explains that he knew he was not going to drink it because Taiju is a fool, but an honest fool. Yuzuriha finally meets Taiju under the camphora tree, asking him what was it that he wanted. But before Taiju could say anything, Yuzuriha shouts out, "I know, it's one of those love confession things." This leaves Taiju in complete and utter shock. Back in the science lab, the other kids are betting 100 yen that Yuzuriha is going to reject Taiju. Senku pipes in that he bets 10,000 yen that she would accept him. This shocks everybody else. Outside by the tree, a bunch of thoughts are filling Taiju's head about losing Yuzuriha as a friend. He overcomes these thoughts and is about to tell her, but then there is a strange light, and before he can tell her, everyone gets turned to stone. Then Taiju decides that he's going to try stopping the light by shielding Yuzuriha. It does not work. He's turned to stone. Then we get a bunch of images of people all around the world showing that, yep, they're getting turned to stone. Planes crashing out of the sky, the United States, they're getting it too. The whole worldwide thing. Taiju then has some flashbacks of seeing a stone bird that looks all too real to be a statue, which we find out that it is actually a real bird. So he found a real bird that was turned to stone. So he saw this a couple months back before everybody else got turned to stone. He rushes it to the hospital where he meets Yuzuriha, and she's there as well because guess what? She found a bird as well. And we get a couple images and flashbacks of just kind of wildlife taken back over civilization, all that stuff. Then they go over thinking how long it's been, how much time has been passing by and all that, as we see everything getting destroyed. Multiple years pass. We don't know much about what is going on at this point. When out of nowhere, Taiju breaks out of his stone casing. He looks around and sees that everyone around him has turned into stone. And all he can really do is say a prayer, and then he proceeds to look around. While looking around, Taiju is stopped in his tracks when he realizes that even the strongest primate high schooler wasn't strong enough to withstand the stone petrification. And then he continues to walk on. Taiju then comes to a giant tree where he realizes that Yuzuriha is still safe thanks to the tree protecting her. He is happy at first, but then he is overwhelmed with sadness because he realizes that he was not able to protect her, and how he was not able to confess how he felt for hundreds or even thousands of years. Taiju then promises that he will save Yuzuriha and slams his hand right next to her. This is when he notices writing on the tree that says, "Head down river, ya big oaf." Realizing who this is, Taiju sprints down the river, where he is stopped in his tracks when he has noticed that it is no other than Senku. Overfilled with excitement, Taiju tries springing on Senku. Senku tries kicking him away because he does not want a naked man hugging him. Senku tells us that the date is now October 5th, 5738. He knows this because he has been counting the entire time. And then Senku does go into explaining kind of like how he's been knowing this, counting time. And he brings him eventually to his housing area, where he pretty much tells him that his whole point here is he wants to restart civilization with the power of science. And that was the end of chapter 1, guys. All right, guys, that was the end of chapter 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please leave a thumbs up. I will be doing chapter 2 hopefully very soon here. I've been really enjoying this manga. I watched the anime a little bit too. There is an anime on it, so if you want to check that out, you can check it out wherever you watch anime. So until next time, guys, I appreciate you coming on by. Peace.